This weekend, we are celebrating an event that we have waited 6 years for. We were legally married 6 years ago, back in the Okanagan, but we didn't actually have a wedding. And so on Sunday, it will be our 6th anniversary of actually getting legally married. And we are actually celebrating with a Bridgerton style and inspired wedding. So today I thought I would take you behind the scenes and give you a sneak peek of the preparations we're putting together and the different decor and ideas that I am planning for this weekend. I've also got a very exciting announcement about a Mad Hatter's Tea Party that you won't want to miss. And don't forget, if you're enjoying our videos, make sure you hit subscribe on our YouTube channel, The Ladysmith Manor Diaries, to ensure you see all our videos first. But first, let me show you what we've been up to this week. It took me a long time to decide what I wanted to do for my seating chart. And I eventually decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different and go with a library book wall. So obviously, the first thing I did was go to Stephen and say, I need you to build me a library book wall.
So we started with the backdrop that we had in storage. And I decided to paint the panels in my pigeon green.
I haven't had my gold paint out for quite a while. And you know how much I love painting with gold. So today I thought I would add some to my seating chart library wall on this chair rail. And the only thing with this gold paint is that it definitely needs a few coats. It doesn't cover very well when you put it over white, so I'm going to put a few coats on to try and give it that nice golden metallic look.
With the first coat of paint now finished, Stephen started the job of putting up the shelves for the library books. I then added a second coat of paint. And with the gold and the green, it was starting to really look like a library wall. I decided to use my copper arch with baskets filled with flowers to frame the bookcase. And so this is where zip ties come in really handy, because I was able to zip tie all the baskets and then start adding the greenery. With the greenery in, it was really starting to take shape, but the one thing it needed was color. And so when I added the flowers, it transformed it completely.
So I decided I wanted to have books on my library shelves, and on the spine of the book it would have the person's name and the table number. And so I found a template online that I purchased and printed, and then I put everyone's name and the table number on the spine, and they came out so well. Just look at how awesome these look. I ended up getting 4 different book covers, so they all look a little bit different, so it looks a bit more authentic rather than them all being the same. And then I'm now going to put these all on our shelves, but Maggie has done an amazing job. I printed these out, and she, bless her, has wrapped all these books with these book covers, and then we're going to put them on the shelf, and this will be our seating chart. My first books going on the shelf. So all I've got left to do now is to add some greenery on the trunk and the typewriter at the bottom. And I'm really pleased with how this turned out, because all these flowers are artificial. So the greenery and the flowers look absolutely amazing. They look so real, and the bookcase has come out exactly as I'd envisioned it, which always makes me happy. And now, as you can see, everyone's name and table number is on a book, and so when they come on Sunday, they will find their name, and then they'll be able to find their table.
So look what just arrived. It's always hard to choose flavors because Sussex ice cream is so good. But for our ice cream bar at the wedding, we chose lemon, mochaccino, and honeycomb.
So I decided to make something a little bit different for my welcome sign. So I've had Stephen cut me 2 pieces of plywood, and my first job is to get them painted in this wonderful green, Pidgey green, that we're using throughout the wedding.
Stephen then made me this really cute little box that I'm going to use for flowers on the front of the sign.
My welcome sign isn't quite finished, but I wanted to show you where we got to. It's all made. We've added the welcome, we're so glad you're here, words on it. We're starting our flowers. We were just waiting for the greenery to arrive. That's come today. So we're gonna take these out, then we're gonna fill it with greenery and then add in flowers, and I think it's gonna look really lovely. Stephen's done a fantastic job of creating this really cute little box on the front. I'll be able to use it for all sorts of events, but next week you'll have to come back and see what it looks like when it's all finished. So my greenery has just arrived for the wedding, and what I do is I'm working with Coastal Blooms down in Alma. Alicia's got an amazing flower farm and she does the most stunning bouquets. But for the decor, I have brought in some fresh greenery. But this year I've also started adding some artificial flowers and greenery as well, because it costs so much and then you use it and it sadly dies. So I'm actually mixing it in together. So I have some that I can reuse and some that will be fresh. These are the boxes that have just arrived for my fresh greenery, and I'm always excited because the job now is to get everything out and get it all into water. My greenery is now all in water and it's looking fabulous. I can't wait to start the fun part, which is now creating and using this to decorate inside and outside the manor. And so I'll be doing that over the next couple of days. And so next week, I will be able to show you what it all looks like when it comes together. Not only did I buy greenery, I bought this huge box of moss. And I love using moss on my different decorations. So I'm going to be using it on all sorts of tables. But I don't think I've ever seen a box quite so big full of moss. One of my favorite parts of any event is putting together the decor so it feels like an immersive experience. And for the wedding on Sunday, I decided for our food tables to create something that has a land, garden, and ocean theme. So I thought I would give you a little sneak peek as I'm setting it up. So I'm kind of part way through. It's not finished, but I'm going to give you a quick tour of where I've got to, and then next week I'll be able to show you what it looks like when it's all finished. So the food is all being set up here in the dining room, and I've put up these arches that we have. We've actually repainted them in this lovely green. And then this first piece is going to be my land food theme. So we're going to have roast beef and lamb and meatballs, and I've got this really old, lovely old vintage frame that we're going to hang on the above. I've just started getting out copper pans and platters that we're going to be using for serving food. Then when we come along here, we're going to see my ocean theme. Now this middle piece is, we've got this amazing lobster trap that Nadine from Nadine's Touch has lent me. We've got an anchor, and we're going to have some lobster rolls and bacon wrapped scallops and mussels in this centerpiece. And then when I move across here, you'll see my garden booth. So again, we've got another one of my big tall arches. I've actually put my ivy on the top. So I have this trellis. I used it for a wedding quite a few years ago, and we hung it from the ceiling with greenery draped from it, but I decided to put them on the top of these arches. And then this one is more of a garden feel. So I've got crates and buckets, and I've got some brown paper bags that we're going to fill with some veggies. I've got fresh herbs, and so all these basket or crates will be filled with the food and obviously be displayed on Sunday. And again, here, as you can see some of my flowers that are ready to be used in the next couple of days. You can see my moss that's ready to be used. So we are kind of down to the last few days of getting everything finished. But I'm excited next week to be able to show you what it all looks like when everything has been put together. We were a bit blown away by the response to our Bridgerton afternoon tea. We put that out last week. Within almost 24 hours, we'd pretty much sold out on the 2 days, the Friday and the Saturday that we had put on the calendar. So we've added a third day. So if you are looking to join us for a Bridgerton afternoon tea, we now have a few tables left, because even on the Sunday now, the new date that I've added, it's almost sold out. It blows my mind, really. And we're so grateful to each and every one of you that has booked. We always love to see you. It's such a pleasure. I just so enjoy putting these events together. And so in the process of working on the Bridgerton afternoon tea, it got me thinking about other themes. So I decided that you can't not do an afternoon tea that is Alice in Wonderland themed. So we have now planned and put in the date for a Mad Hatter's Tea Party, which I cannot wait. Just the thought I've got so many ideas for decor and the theme and all things that we're going to do. So we have just released, they're on our website, they're actually in April next year. The crazy thing is we actually don't have any dates this year available for Easter for us. We were looking for one to be able to do before the end of this year. We have no dates left, no weekends left. They're all booked. So we have moved into 2025. So we're putting it in April, right at the beginning, like it's the 5th, 6th, somewhere in there. And I'll put all the details below. But I am really excited. I'm excited about the Bridgerton one, but I'm also very excited about doing the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. So if you fancy coming and joining us for a Mad Hatter's Tea Party, based on the Bridgerton tickets, they're going to sell really quickly, because I'm just going to promoting it today and tomorrow. So as soon as that goes out, it seems like they go really quick. So if you're interested in joining us, I'll put the link below. Jump on over and get your tickets, because we'd love to see you. I get people asking all the time. It seems crazy in one sense to have dates so far ahead, but there are so many people who are asking, I can't get into your afternoon teas, when's your next one? So I figured, well, if I put the dates in and then you get the opportunity to buy your tickets and reserve your table, then you know that you've got it, you can put it in your calendar, and then you can look forward to it. So we're really excited about not only our Bridgerton one, but our Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and I will be coming up with more themes as well. So we'll be doing more vintage picnics and lots more stuff in 2025. But I wanted you to be the first to know that I am actually releasing it to everyone on our email list and on social media in the next 2 days. So if you'd like to join us for that, like I say, the link is below. I also wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who sent us messages. I know in the last week who've sent us messages, congratulations and best wishes for the weekend. We really appreciate it. We're really looking forward to this weekend, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to being able to share some pictures and video with you next week. I will probably not be taking the video myself, to be fair. But I'm going to find a few friends and give them the job of taking some video during the day at the wedding, so that I can share it with you next week. And I'll definitely be sharing the final setup of all my decor, so you can see how it looks at the end once everything's set up as well. But I have a huge list before Sunday, so I'm going to get back to work and finish my coffee, enjoy this beautiful, I don't know where you are, if you're not in New Brunswick or in this area and you're somewhere else in the world, I hope it's sunny where you are, because it's just gorgeous here. And so I'm enjoying the sunshine, and I hope you do too. And I will see you back here next week for our next episode of the Ladysmith Manor Diaries.